It's not going to be pretty. Not in Eastern Conference. Never pretty basketball in Eastern Conference.
Using the screen, goes right at Hibbert. Misses the layup. It's George from way outside. That's good! Wade stolen by George. Both players shaken up. James catch and shoot. Nails it. James goes inside, sidestep, misses, but Wade right there on the follow. George releases. Easy two for Indiana. Hibbert throws it down. Crowd a bit stunned here. James all alone. James sets, fires. That's a three.
There comes a point in time where you got to send the kids to bed and take over.
The great American wordsmith and pro wrestling champ Ric Flair used to say, to be the man, you got to beat the man. The Pacers want to be the man, and it would be easier if the man wasn't the Heat. Perhaps if it was the 2009 Magic. Anyways, after finishing with the best record in the East, this was supposed to be the year for Indy to get over the hump. After dropping Game 3 Saturday, that hump has become a large hill. Lose Game 4 Monday, it will become Space Mountain. Woo!
We know they can obviously turn it up. You know, their pressure is something that we just have to be prepared to handle. We got to get better at it. Can't turn. I think we had 19 or 20 turnovers yesterday, and you know, historically, when we've turned the ball over like that against them, we've lost.
The Heat is the team that took us out 2 years straight. So it's just like our big brothers is taking over. We just got to live up to the challenge, keep fighting, and hopefully we could beat our big brothers.
No matter what is going on, the first 3 quarters, you know, in the postseason, the game's usually decided by 5 points or less. 1 or 2 possessions. You know, so in the fourth quarter, you got to be able to lock in and execute both offensively and defensively. Give yourself a good chance to win.
It's just winning time, man, and it's just those moments where you either got it or you don't got it. You know, in the sense of being able to, you know, flip that switch and go into the next level. You know, which it takes. You know, how you play in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. You can't play that way in the fourth quarter if you're going to win ball games. So, you know, it's not a flip of a switch like, oh, now we're going to play. It's more so of having another level to go to. You know, in the fourth quarter when you're as tired as you're going to get. You know, when everyone has seen it all, you know, in the sense of play calling and, you know, what you've done individually, you just got to, you know, ratchet up and not, and, you know, try to come out and be a little bit more special than you was in the first 3 quarters.
Here's what faces the Pacers right now as they trail 2-1. Heat are 7-1 in the Big 3 era when they have a 2-1 series lead. Indy is 1-8 all time when down 2-1. Teams with 2-1 leads have won a best-of-7 series more than 80% of the time, and the last team to overcome a 3-1 deficit, Phoenix in 2006 against the Lakers.
LeBron James says he doesn't initiate smack talk, but that he's plenty comfortable dishing it out when it comes his way. In Game 3, James and the Pacers' Lance Stephenson spent much of the second quarter barking at one another. Stephenson says in the past when he'd agitate LeBron, James never used to say a word, and that he considers it a sign of weakness that LeBron tried to get under his skin. When asked what Stephenson did to set him off, LeBron said, I don't need to get set off by Stephenson, and I'll tell you one thing, I won't get into a storyline of LeBron and Stephenson, knowing he'd been there and done that back in 2008 with the Wizards' Deshaun Stevenson, no relation, who called James overrated and revisited their war of words during the 2011 finals. Ray Allen probably put it best, noting he saw LeBron crank up his defensive posture and even slap the floor once, suggesting maybe Stevenson should have let a sleeping dog lie, especially a 4-time MVP whose bite is known to be way more deadly than his bark. In Miami, Mark Schwartz, ESPN.